Hi, I'm Jerome Singleton, Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League. As promised, I'm sharing a voiceover of the PowerPoint presentation that I presented at the South Carolina School Board Association's annual conference. While this format doesn't provide an opportunity for questions and/or discussions, it is my hope that it does provide useful information. As you view this presentation, please know that I'm available and willing to discuss any of this information in greater detail should you wish to contact me. With that, I'll begin. The South Carolina High School League is the recognized governing agency for interscholastic high school sports in South Carolina. The executive committee is made up of representatives elected and are appointed by the member schools. They're charged with the general supervision of the league's affairs. The committee is made up of 19 members. The day-to-day operation of the league is conducted by the league staff, consisting of 9 employees, 4 commissioners, 4 directors, and 1 administrative assistant. The membership is made up of 424 schools, 205 middle schools, and 219 high schools, serving over 113,000 athletes, of which over 42,000 are female and over 70,000 are male. Additionally, over 5,000 coaches and athletic directors are involved, and over 3,000 game officials are used to officiate the contests. The league offers state championships in 22 different sports. 9 championships are crowned in the fall sports season. 3 champions are crowned in the winter sports season. And 10 champions are crowned in the spring sports season. While we certify over 3,000 officials annually, we are still in great need of more officials. We struggle to supply officials in some of our sports, especially in rural areas. These, ladies and gentlemen, which are gatekeepers, go through intense training prior to each sports season. The league is responsible for the operation of state championship competitions for the South Carolina High School League sanctioned sports, overseeing regular season play and playoffs. As a 501c3, the league depends on outside entities to help meet its financial budget. Corporate partners such as these sponsors have played a big role in helping the league to remain solvent. The league is very careful to partner only with reputable businesses. In these times of fast information, social media has found its way in the high school athletic space. In an effort to share all the great things that the league offers, the league has embraced the use of responsible social media. All information about the league can be found through one or all of these mediums. The governance profile and organizational structure of the league is truly membership-driven. The member schools appoint the delegates for the Legislative Assembly, who determines the constitution and bylaws of the league. While the executive committee, who is elected and or selected by their peers, cannot create the constitution and bylaws, it is permitted to set aside the effects of the constitution and bylaws for justifiable causes. The executive committee is also responsible for creating the rules and regulations of the sports seasons and the hiring and evaluations of the league's commissioner. The commissioner is responsible for the day-to-day operation of the league and the league's office, and the employing and evaluating of the league office staff. The league office staff is conscientiously involved with the day-to-day operations and workings of the league, reacting to issues that may come up unexpectedly, providing training and or workshops to member schools' athletics personnel, enforcing and defending the guidelines as established by the membership, assisting the membership in planning for the future changes that promote educational balance between academics and athletics, while at the same time fostering balanced playing field for competition, just to name a few. The South Carolina High School League is over 100 years old. And during that time, many changes have been considered and are made to reflect the changes in our member schools. Some changes are made to embrace the challenges that society is creating for our member schools. while others are made to forge new direction as we move into the future of education-based athletics. How does the league keep its saws sharpened? Each year, the membership reviews its constitution and bylaws. In order for change to be made, a member school has to propose an amendment to the constitution and/or bylaws. The proposed amendment must be submitted by a principal or a superintendent. Because the commissioner is charged with understanding the effects of the constitution and bylaws, he or she may also submit proposed amendment. Each proposed amendment is reviewed by the executive committee for a vote of support or non-support. However, their vote does not ensure that an amendment will pass or fail. That sole authority resides with the delegates of the Legislative Assembly. A two-thirds majority vote by the delegates is required for the adoption of a proposed amendment to the Constitution and/or bylaws. The Constitution and bylaws in the South Carolina High School League Handbook serves as the governing document for the member schools as it relates to athletics and athletic competition. However, there are opportunities for member schools to request exceptions to the Constitution and/or bylaws as it relates to their circumstance. Appeals are first submitted to the Commissioner for approval. If not approved, it may be submitted to the Executive Committee. Again, if not approved, it may be submitted to the appellate panel of the League. The South Carolina High School League Executive Committee is made up of a diverse group of individuals representing different education stakeholders that are affected by the League. These individuals serve a term of 2 to 4 years, depending on the organization or entity they represent. For the purpose of this presentation, I am highlighting the current South Carolina School Board Association representative. Mr. Tony Falk of Dorchester School District 4 is your representative for the years of 2019 to 2023. Again, this committee has general supervision of the affairs of the South Carolina High School League. The South Carolina High School League Appellate Panel is the final authority in all appeals. Decisions of the Appellate Panel are the final administrative appeal. Members of this panel are appointed by the legislative delegation of each congressional district. The South Carolina High School League has traditionally been recognized as a regulatory agency, but the League offers much more than that. Over the years, the League has increased its offering of services to the member schools. One such service is the infusion of educational pillars. The acronyms SCHSL represent the pillars. Multiple initiatives and/or recognition programs are offered by the League to address these pillars. Note that inclusion must be a consideration in each pillar. The first S represents sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship is paramount for any athletic program to thrive and be productive. Not only is it encouraged, it is expected. The C represents coaches, administrators, athletes, and parents' education. Educating the coaches, administrators, athletes, and parents on the role each play in this process is essential for clear communication and thorough understanding. The H represents health and safety. When the health and safety of the student athletes, coaches, and staff are of concern, no compromise is considered. Oops is never an acceptable excuse. The second S represents service to the community. What better way to say to a community, thank you for your support, and teach the student athletes to recognize and embrace a cause much bigger than themselves. The L represents leadership. All student athletes possess leadership qualities, and those qualities need to be channeled in the appropriate direction. These pillars are an integral part of the educational experience for our student athletes. Please know that the League intends to continue expanding on the services it offers to the member schools. Navigating the COVID-19 pandemic and interscholastic athletics. The end of last school year and continuing this year has been one of the most challenging for the league in recent history. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced a different mindset for interscholastic athletics across the country. South Carolina, while unique, is no exception. If sports season were to return to the schools, calculative, flexible, intentional collaborations will have to take place. A basic understanding of the circumstances had to be the starting point. Determining the known challenges while recognizing that others may reveal themselves as plans are made had to be the next step. All decisions and plans had to be fluid and allow for local district discretion. While not remarkable by any means, the results speak for themselves. Throughout the entire process, and it is still evolving, lessons learned continue to shape our thoughts as we move forward. Because of the teamwork and dedication of the member schools, we believe the best is yet to come. Thank you for viewing this PowerPoint presentation, and please know that I and the rest of the league staff are available for discussion at any time. Thank you.